Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we have a community replay sent in by Navy Proud, aka Striker Stains. Now he's a PlayStation folk and he sent this in a long time ago. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a long time coming. But he's been extremely patient, as have most of you who have sent in videos. I apologize it has taken so long to start getting to them, but there was so much going on that I had to do those videos first. So yeah, we'll dish in these occasionally. Been at a lot of people asking about community replays, and we're gonna get some going. Now I believe this is this is Fault Line, and he spawned on the left side, away from Death Valley, and usually you run into some bad guys out here. Maybe two battleships usually spawn out here. Possibility of a destroyer occasionally. Usually a cruiser in the neighborhood. Usually two battleships and a cruiser, and then the destroyer kind of walks his way over here. Luckily, there are no destroyers, just battleships and cruisers. And sure enough, right off the bat, we have a cruiser and two battleships. So this should get interesting in a hurry. Now we're in the Fuso, the Tier 5 Japanese battleship. That's a nice looking shot. Oh, Furry Taco gets lucky this time. Is he gonna survive the next salvo? He gets another gun off. Is it gonna hit? Nope, no hit. However, we are giving our broadside up to a Fuso of our own, and that's not preferable. We get rear guns off on him, and again, we are giving our flat broadside to this Fuso. It's not gonna end well for us if we don't get this thing angled, and he knows it. He knows how dangerous that ship is. The Furry Taco taking every ounce he can, or every moment he can, to get shots on us. The enemy Fuso turning to get his rear guns involved. Oh my god, that's a big salvo. And yep, that definitely hurt. But in doing so, he's given himself up to be shot right back. Are we going to get the shot off? Yep, but unfortunately we don't get the damage because while we were trying to get the shots on target, we managed to lock our guns and not be able to fire them. I think it was lock the guns, or he just got them off guard. But he's still giving far too much broadside, and he's about to take another broadside salvo from the Fuso. He's shooting towards the front. He does get a Citadel there, but he takes a nice shot of his own. He's about to get the rear guns loaded. Is he going to finish the Fuso off? Oh, he gets unlucky, unable to hit the Citadel again. Now, personally, I try to shoot towards the rear of Japanese battleships. It just seems easier to Citadel them back there. Speaking of which, that was good timing. It's almost like he knows the same thing. These two trading salvos this close to one another, just asking for trouble. And he gets Citadel again, this enemy Fuso picking us apart. But he has to finish him off. He's aiming a little high, and he does get a bunch of penetrations, but no actual Citadels. The Orion is pushing up behind him. This is going all hell is broken loose at this point. Everybody's trying to kill everybody. Luckily, somebody helps out. The Emil Bertin taking out, or the Emil Bertin takes out the enemy Fuso, sparing us any more damage. And the Orion is close in tow. Now the Orion is starting to turn out. He's got his front batteries towards us, but the rears are not, and he is going to just eat a boatload of shells right here from Navy Proud. Not preferable if you're in the Orion. This is not how you play the Orion. You do not want to be this close to somebody who's got better guns than you. Of course, at the same time, why would you go into this situation and not have all of your guns at the ready? Now, Navy's got to be careful here. Those rear guns are swinging around for a purpose. He better get this shot, better make it count before they get to him. And the guy shoots at somebody else instead of Navy. I don't know if he actually hit him or not, but now the Furry Taco's got to be thinking, what do I have to do to get somebody to kill this guy? Nothing. You're just going to go die with him. You're now the only person over here, and down you go. Broadside onto the Omaha is a deadly combination. Omaha is a fantastic little cruiser. And somehow, Striker, aka Navy Proud, survives that absolute clusterfuck. Sorry for my language, but am I wrong? That's the only way that you can describe what just took place. He managed to get forward out of there before the Furry Tacos torpedoes get there. We got a Queen Elizabeth just kind of sitting over at his spawn. Not sure what he's thinking, but he's probably wrong. And it looks like he's going to try to swing his way over that direction. Now we've got one more heal left, which still isn't going to bring you back to half health. So you've got to play the rest of this game kind of carefully. You can't afford to give yourself up like you did in that first engagement. Being able to get there and take all of the damage right off the bat was a good play and a bad play at the same time. There was a lot of hurried shots on both guys. It was not preferable. But when you get into a broadside situation that early on in the game, it is kind of what do you call it? The heart rate inducing. Get the blood pumping. Yeah, it was definitely a struggle for both guys to keep their cool in that situation, or at least it looked that way. But we're alive, and that's all that matters. Now, he's trying to hit the Emil from this far out. The Emil is a very fast cruiser, and he's not quite giving him enough lead here. As you can see, the shots are kind of fall behind him. He's kind of sailing away from us at the same time. So it's very difficult to get a good shot from here. And now the Emil's just outside his range. Even though it says he's in range, he's definitely outside his range at this point. You're never going to hit him. So hold your shots, get ready. We're not detected. I'm not sure why he quite looked over to his left, but maybe he was getting goosebumps thinking about torpedoes on their way. I don't know. Or maybe he was just trying to look back to see if there was a teammate back there or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating at this point. But he's already got 111,000 damage, which is a pretty solid game in a Tier 5 battleship to begin with. But he's not done. There's plenty of people left, plenty of health left to take from the enemy. And as long as we can manage to get into a position where we can get fire on them without them necessarily returning fire on us, that's what we call preferable. And there's a New Mexico who is broadside on and not moving. This looks juicy. Now the Fuso has the problem with dispersion that all Japanese battleships have, but occasionally Japanese battleships will give you ridiculous dispersion, and it rivals Americans sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. He recognizes that the New Mexico is not in fact moving. He fires all of them, full salvo, on its way. This could be devastating for this New Mexico. And he gets a solid penetration. Gets 3 pins, 1 over pin. Not what he was looking for, but from this range in a Japanese battleship, you'll take it. You're lucky you hit anything at all. It's not quite as bad as the Germans, but it's pretty bad. But as we get closer, these shots are going to be easier and easier to start hitting, especially once you get inside 10 kilometers. That's where the Fuso, in my opinion, starts to shine. Inside 10 kilometers, this thing is disgusting. And I was managing to delete everything in my path inside 10 kilometers. Now, New Mexico is obviously AFK. He's continuing to fire at him. Is that the right play? I mean, getting a battleship off, regardless of the fact that he's... Oh, he gets another nasty penetration. Bunch of overpins this time. He's aiming towards the front of the ship a little too far. He needs to bring that back a little bit. Shoot towards the center of the ship a little bit better. And then he'll start getting better damage. And it looks like he's going to fire towards the center. He's aiming a little high, not quite to the waterline. He's just looking for penetrations, it looks like here. Is he going to get the God tier? Wait for it. No, not enough. 3 overpins, 1 penetration. And at this point, he's got to be getting pretty upset. He's like, how long is it going to take to kill this thing? Can I please get a Citadel? Please? Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, you're aiming a little higher than you'd want to get Citadels. Here he's aiming a little lower, but he's aiming back towards the front. Is he going to finally get some dispersion to help him out? Nope. Welcome to the world of Japanese battleships, where it feels like you're fighting against your ship more than you're fighting the enemy team. But they do have a knack for surviving the dumbest crap. As seen in my Amagi videos, if you've ever seen any of my Amagi videos before the patch. You sail that thing into stupid odds and somehow manage to come out on top. It's disgusting. There we get some better penetrations. 3 penetrations, 1 shatter, and he's a one-shot kill. Is he going to get the kill, or is the enemy going to get the kill? Or not the kill. The friendly going to get the kill. Come on. It looks like the friendly's trying to snipe it. And the friendly fires 1 gun, manages to fail miserably. So that leaves it for Navy to get the shot. He fires 2 guns, it looked like? Or just 1? Nope, just 1. Is he going to get the kill? Yep. Got the kill. Now, the Emil is still out there in the middle of the ocean, just begging for it. Is he going to lead him enough this time? Looks a little better. Looks a little better. They're floating a little bit. Still a little bit too late on the lead. You got to give them a little more lead. Like I said, the Emil is a French cruiser. Those things are extremely fast. If a New Orleans at full throttle gets 2.5 to 3 lead, you need to give them 3.5 to 4. That's how fast they are. It's insane. It's like shooting at a destroyer. Almost. Not quite. But almost. And so you've got to make sure you lead them enough. That's the one thing that catches people off guard. You saw me miss the New Orleans in the Iowa video yesterday. Cruisers and destroyers can be difficult at any... Oh my god, he ran aground. That's going to be death. Wait for it. Oh, he's backing up. Is he going to get away? I don't think so, Sunshine. Yes! And the Citadel. Because he was at a perfect, like, straightaway angle, those shells didn't overpin. They went straight into a Citadel. That's disgusting. And that's why you don't want to be anything other than broadside on when you're in your light cruisers. Because if you give any angle to battleships, they're not going to overpin you. Now, you're gambling when you're broadside on whether or not they're going to detonate you, but at least then you got a chance for over-penetrations. If you're bow tanking, or if you're sailing away from them, or worst case scenario, you're sailing at an angle, you're going to get Citadel. It's just disgusting because the battleship's guns overmatch your armor. You've got no chance whatsoever. And because you're at an angle and not completely broadside, those shells are going to arm and are going to detonate inside your Citadel. It's disgusting. We've all been there. We've all been removed from the battle in one shot at some point or another. So you definitely got to be careful. And I do see the unlocked gun, so I think that is what happened on the initial engagement. But he's at 154,000 damage. Only 3 Citadels. But he's got 3 kills. There's only 1 guy left. Is he going to get in position to be able to shoot the guy? Or is the guy going to be dead before he gets there? Now, the team is winning on points. They've got 2 out of the 3 caps. And they've got a handy lead in ships. So I would highly doubt that this guy manages to get away with it. But it looks like he's kind of running away from the team. He's going back into his cap and probably going to try to run away. I don't understand it. At this point, you're the last man alive. Why prolong the inevitable? You're not going to kill everybody. It's just not going to happen. So right here, I'd expect Navy to pay attention to which way this guy turns, watching the minimap. And whatever way he turns, that's where you're going to make your play. He's almost in range. It looks like he's going to keep sailing in a straight line. Wait for it. Is he going to turn? If anything, it kind of looks like he's turning. Oh. No, actually, he's just sitting broadside on. He's literally just sitting there. So, it's going to be a while if we can get in there. Technically, he's in range, or almost in range, so we might be able to get some cheaty shots over top of the mountain, but good luck. Good luck. We got a battleship and a cruiser and another cruiser headed for him. One cruiser's getting ready to go through the death channel, which is not preferable. Queen Elizabeth, it doesn't have much health. It's on fire. It's not long for this world. So as soon as the team catches up to him, he's going to be dead. And it looks like the Omaha's closing in from behind. I don't know what the other cruiser is on the far side, but I would expect, with torpedoes in the water, that this Queen Elizabeth is about to go down. Which still, 75 penetrations, or 75 hits, not all penetrations, but 75 hits, 3 kills. We had a base capture. We had 154,000 damage, 73 secondary hits, and we managed to survive one of the biggest clusters in the entire World of Warships Legends that I've seen. I don't think I've seen that many ships sail into just an absolute clustered mess, and somehow one of them comes out. So if you like what I'm doing, and you want to see more community replays, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you on the next video.